Hi everyone, welcome to Pre-Calc with Stats. I am Mr. Engel. I'll be your math teacher this year. We have two videos you're going to look at today. We're going to do an introductory video of just some stuff you need to set up, and then we'll do a couple factoring problems as well in the other video. So just want to take you through some things on Schoology and have you sign up for a couple of things. So first off, here's our Schoology course page, Pre-Calc with Stats. So you can go in there. And this is the layout that you'll see each time when you come in. So we're going to start with the class materials folder. So each unit will have its own folder. In there, I'll always have the unit packet, the unit calendar, and then after we've had class with class notes. So you will be getting your unit packet on Monday, and it has the unit calendar in there. Other things that we have here, we're going to come back to a lot of these things and talk about them, but you have the course expectations. We're going to talk about signing up for Edpuzzle and Delta Math. The Google Meet login directions. So starting on Tuesday, or on Monday, Cohort C, you'll be live streaming. On Tuesday, everyone that's not in class will start live streaming during the regular class. These are directions on how to log into the Google Meet, where you'll be able to follow along with the class. It's pretty simple. Basically, our meeting name is always going to be my last name, E-N-G-L-E. Okay, the spelling of it, can't see it here because it goes off, but it's on just about everything, E-N-G-L-E. Okay, keep in mind there's another Mr. Engel, and he spells his differently, so make sure you spell it correctly when you come in. But I would say watch that short video. It's only about 2.5 minutes before you have to live stream for the first time. Regents reference sheet, you're going to get a hard copy of that on Monday, or if you're in cohort C, you already have it. But it's here in case you ever lose that. We'll talk about the calculator stuff. And then the last link is real important. The bell schedule is different this year. So when you are at home and going to be live streaming, you want to make sure that you are signing in at the correct times for each of your classes. So you have that bell schedule there. You can, it might be a good idea to either download it to your device or print it out so that you always have it easy to access. So going back to our main course landing page, we'll always have a folder of stuff for the weeks that we're on. So I just included Friday and next week's because we only have one day this week. So on Friday, all of you should have clicked on this link. And in here are your instructions for what you had to do and the videos. Obviously, I'm recording the video right now, so it's not up there yet. But let's look at a more typical day. Let's look at like Tuesday. So on a typical day, you will have listed here your homework assignment for the day. So in addition to that, you'll have to come to class and follow along, or maybe you'll be in class. But the homework will always be due on the next school day, and it will be due at 5 a.m. So the reason for that is I don't want you scrambling during the day to try and get it done. I want you to do it after the class or that evening and turn it in. Since we have to stay 6 feet apart, it's not like I can walk around next to your desk and check your homework. So we'll be uploading our assignments on Schoology. So you'll take pictures of it and then upload it. And again, by 5 a.m. the morning that it's due, that way I can have it checked before class, see if there's any common misconceptions. When you come to class, either remotely or in person, make sure you still have the hard copy of your homework, because we'll have you check your answers and we'll take questions on the homework as well. But 5 a.m. on the day it's due is what you'll always have to do for the homework. Okay, so you have that for each of your days. We will have problem sets to start the year. So like on Mondays, you'll see there's our first problem set link. It's going to be due on Friday, September 25th. You'll have 2 weeks to do it. It's going to be on deltamath.com, which you might have used last year, and we're going to sign up for in a second. And I basically try and pick 2 skills that are really common on January's Regents that I would like you to practice. So we'll talk about that a little bit more on Monday. So the other things you have, the past week's folders. So after weeks go by, I'll just drop the folders in there. So if you've been absent for a while and you still need to turn in assignments, you can get linked to them there. The discussion boards at the bottom are going to be really important for the course this year. If you have questions on anything at the beginning of the year related to distance learning, like how do you submit an assignment, where are things located, in that first discussion, you can post those questions there. And then the second discussion will be up throughout the year, any content related questions. So if you're stuck on a homework question, if you're working throughout the day on like studying for a test and you have a question, you can post those in the content one, the second one there. Now, the discussion boards are a shared responsibility to respond to people's questions. It is a shared responsibility between both myself and all of you. So when there's unread discussions, you'll see a little orange icon next to the link there. So you should go in and you should read through them, and any that you can respond to that are unanswered questions, see if you can answer them. Okay, or just read through what's been posted and answered because you might have those same questions. So the reason it's a shared responsibility is that one of the most frustrating things about distance learning is you don't always get your question answered right away. There's lag time, and you might really want that question answered. Well, if we're all taking on the responsibility to answer questions when we see them, when we can answer them, then people's questions will get answered much more quickly, and it's a group effort in helping each other out. Okay, so the expectation is I will answer them sometimes if I'm the first one that gets to it, but if you're the first one that gets to it, and you know the answer to the question, you can respond to people's questions as well. Over on the right here, you have when each of your things are due. So notice it's basically just the homework's coming up and then the problem set's not for a while. So you could always click on there to submit it, or in your calendar up here are all of your assignments. I have your class is green. You might be able to switch it if you want it a different color. But so notice the first thing you have to turn in will be Monday night's homework, which is the Unit 1, Day 1 homework. And remember, those will always be due by 5 a.m. on the day it's due. So basically, I don't expect you to get up at 4:45 and turn it in. I expect you to do it the day before. All right, so let's look at some other things. I want to look at the course expectations sheet next. So normally I would have you and your parents sign it and return it, but because we're trying to not collect things and pass them back and forth as much this year, I just have it as a digital copy for you to review. So the first course description just tells some of the topics we'll be studying. The design of this course is the first half we finish the Algebra 2 content, and the second half we do the pre-calc content. So because we'll be finishing the Algebra 2 content the first half of the year, taking the Regents exam in January is a requirement of being in this course. Okay, so if you're going to be in this class, you have to take the Regents exam in January. Now that's provided they end up holding the Regents exams, but if they do, you will have to take the Regents exam if you are enrolled in this course. Okay, it is a requirement as part of the course, and it's counted as a test grade in the course, so you have to take it. Each day, bring a pencil, something to write with, your Inspire graphing calculator, your notes packet, which you'll be getting. Bring all that to class each day, regardless if you are remote or if you are in person. It's important to be in class every day. That's the best way you can be successful in a course. Whether you're in person or if you're remote on that day, means at the start of class, you're in your seat ready to go, or you're logged onto the Google Meet ready to go. Remember, the meeting name is Engel on the Google Meet, and there's directions just below the course expectations link on how to sign on when you are live streaming. We'll have a test in every unit. We'll sometimes have quizzes too. They'll be announced pretty much every time. You get a calendar at the start of the unit that tells you when everything is. So for the homeworks, the key thing that might be different is you have to upload it to Schoology. So take a picture, upload it to Schoology, and no later than 5 a.m. on the day it's due. So your first homework assignment will be assigned on Monday, due on Tuesday, so you have to upload it by 5 a.m. on Tuesday. Again, the purpose for that is so that you do it on Monday. Don't leave it till Tuesday. We'll have problem sets for the first 10 to 12 weeks. They'll be due every other week, and they'll be on Delta Math. Your first one is assigned there, and you'll see when we sign up for Delta Math in a second, you'll already have access to your problem set if you wanted to go in and get started on it this weekend before you have too much work. makeup policy. If you're ever absent, just try and get things in as soon as possible. We do total points in this class for your grades, the amount of points you earned divided by the total points that you could have earned. If there's any disruptive behavior at any time, we'll address it as it occurs. Um, if you want to meet to get some extra help, ninth period is all on Google Meet to start the year. So just during the ninth period time, type in Angle, the same thing that you do for class, and I'll be on there to answer questions. And if there's anything that you want to discuss with me that you don't feel comfortable posting on the discussion board, feel free to email me. My email is right at the top of the page. All right, so now we're going to sign up for Edpuzzle and Delta Math. So if you click here, there's directions to do that. It's up to you if you want to just click on the document and pause the video and go through that on your own, or do it as I'm talking here and talking you through it. But to start out, we're going to sign up for Edpuzzle. So you're going to go to edpuzzle.com. On the top right, click Sign Up and Student. Sign in with your FM Google account, and then we're going to join a class. So just to show you, so you go to Edpuzzle, click Sign Up. I'm a student. Sign in with your Google account, and then on the left side, you will see something that says Join a Class. You'll click that and put this in, and you will it'll then bring up this course for you to join. So on Edpuzzle is where I will post any videos. So for example, I'll post a copy of this video on there so you can just have an example of seeing it when you sign up. But on Wednesdays, when you're working asynchronously, you'll have videos to watch on there. All right, so if you need more time for that, you can pause the video. But then the second thing I want you to sign up for is Delta Math. That's where your problem sets are going to be. So if you go to deltamath.com, create an account on the top right, select student, then you got to put in my teacher code of 105067, and then select 6th period pre-calculus stats. So again, it'll look like this. You go create account, student, and then you can put in my teacher code right there, and then select your period. Now you should see the problem set come up automatically, and again, you can start working on that this weekend if you wanted to. If you need more time to do those things, pause the video and make sure you've signed up for each of those. So the next thing I want to talk about is calculators. Everyone needs to have an Inspire calculator with them each day, whether you're working from home or you're in school. If you have your own calculator already, click on the register your calculator ID number, and there's a Google form that will walk you through how to put your ID number in. That way, if you ever misplace it and we find it, we can look at the ID number and get it back to you. If you typically sign one out from the school, this is the PDF of the loan agreement. You can print that out, fill it out, and bring it in on Monday. If you are a cohort C person, you can print it out, fill it out, and take a picture and send it to me, and I'll get your calculator and send it to you in the next shipment. I also will have hard copies of them on Monday if you're a cohort A person and want a hard copy Monday. The quicker, if you're going to do that, the quicker you do it, the better the calculator you get. The color ones go quickest, so try and do that right away if you're going to be signing out a calculator. As I mentioned before, ninth period, it's on the bell schedule. You can see what it is. You can log into the Google Meet and you can get help during that time, except for days that I might have meetings. But once meetings start coming up, I'll post a schedule of when I'm not after school. So that's it for the introduction video. There, you've got the one other video to watch that is just going to be a little bit of factoring practice, and then there's no set homework for the weekend. So then on Monday, I'll see the cohort A people in class, and the cohort C people, you'll be logging into the Google Meet to join us during the class period.